Welcome back to Rayden's Armory, everyone, and today I have a review of a knife that I'm really excited about. This is a knife that I've had, I have two of these, and usually if you guys kind of follow my channel a little bit, sometimes I have, like, not duplicates, but versions of the same model of a knife, and I get different versions of it for different steel, or different blade shape, or different finish, or whatever it is, just because that's how much I like the knife. Now, there is just a handful of knives that I kind of do that in my collection, almost make sub-collections within the armory, right? But this knife, oh man, I love this guy. This is the Hinderer Eklipse. Yeah, you guys know I really like Hinderer knives. They are, I think they're some of the most well-rounded, high-end American-made knives in the industry because of not only the price point, but the fit and finish, and then the availability is getting a lot better, you know, than it was in the past, towards the beginning of the years and all that, with Hinderer knives when they're starting to get popular. But they're just cool, man. That's what it comes down to. They're cool, and that's why I love them. And this is my Hinderer Eklipse. Now, like I was saying about the duplicates, I'll show you the other version of the Hinderer Eklipse I have. This one's really cool. This was a S45VN spear point. So it's pretty. I liked kind of like the simplicity of this one. I liked how it was a pretty simple blade shape. But the thing about the Hinderer Eklipse is that they make a simple blade shape very unique. They always have like these kind of these peaks, and then they have these pretty dramatic, like almost swedges on each of the Eklipse models. I'll show you that with my other Eklipse that I have. But I just think it's just looked so cool. I've never seen such a simple blade shape like the spear point on a different profile like this. I mean, this looks really cool. Oops, sorry guys. This looks really cool, and I'm just really excited about it. Still, even though I've had this one for like a year. But yeah, this is, as you can see, this is the working finish. It came with a G10 scale. That was pretty. I think I had like an FDE or a dark flat earth FD, or not FD, but G10 scale, and I put it on this really cool stonewash, bronze stonewash scale that's super vibrant. It almost looks gold. I really love this scale a lot. And I also have a matching pocket clip, the horse head on it, and it looks really cool. It's engraved really nicely and polished. And then I also got this angel head. Really looks really cool. It's on fire. Looks pretty sick. You know, I love that too. That's a classy Raptor tactical filler tab that I got too. Pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, this is just kind of an example of how much you can do with the Eklipse and just kind of the other models in general. Now, as you guys know, the XM18 is a flagship model in a way for the Hinderer knife brand. It is a model that is very popular. That's when you're going to hear Hinderer, you're going to think of the XM18. Why? Because that is, like, you know, the one that's been has had 6 generations within the Hinderer lineup, and it's had different, now it's in the tri-way pivot system for the last like 4 years now. But it's just such a widely known knife. And I'm just going to bring that out real quick. XM18, and that's kind of just a little size comparison. As you can see, they're like exactly the same size. I guess the Eklipse was a version of this, of the XM18, but it's kind of almost updated in a way. It's kind of the, I guess that's what Rick Hinderer intended to do, was make it a little bit more ergonomic, a little bit more, some problems that I guess problems that an XM18 could have, they kind of took that away with a pretty good landing spot here for your finger. Better ergonomics in a way. I still really like the ergonomics of the XM18, but this is really good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, of course it doesn't look the same, the lines are different and all that, but it's pretty much the same. It is missing a choil, but since you're fairly close to the edge of the blade, there's not too much worry there for like using it regularly, or, you know, like you would use a knife. So yeah, anyway, so I want to talk about is the other one I have. I got this, bang, I got the full stonewash one. Oh, the stonewash finishes that Hinderer knives does is just gorgeous. I love it. Kind of sound like that guy from Shrek. He's gorgeous. All right. Anyway, back to what I was saying. What the stonewash they do literally looks like it's gleaming white. It looks like it's just gleaming this crazy white light, and it looks like a true silver. I love the stonewash that they do. But I also really like the other finishes that they do. But yeah, this is kind of like the full stonewash one. I really like the full stonewash finishes that they do. And this is this was a Southern Edges exclusive with the Bowie blade shape. As I was telling you guys, like what Hinderer does with the Eclipse models especially is they make a fairly normal blade shape and they make it look unique, but it still looks like classic. It still looks original. It still looks like a Bowie, but it's got this peak. It almost looks like a trailing point because it has that huge swedge, huge clip coming out of it. Yeah, it just looks awesome. I just love the Eclipse. It's beautiful. That's why I have two of them. Pretty cool. Yeah, but like what I was saying was, I think the Eclipse is a very reasonable knife to carry. What I mean by that, I think dimensions of it, the carry profile of it, is just about perfect. It is not too heavy, even with a full tie scale. I think this is like 6 ounces, so it's not too bad, you know. And it's a full size knife. Ergonomics are just bonkers. I love them. And this one's really cool. This is why a reason why I wanted this, because the exclusive Bowie one, the Southern Edges, just has this ramp right here for your thumb. It's just kind of like the Microtech Stitch in a way, not the exact same thing at all, but it kind of has like, you know, that thumb placement, that dip for your thumb. Really, really cool. But yeah, they do so many different blade shapes. They have this spear point. Sometimes they do these cool exclusives. They have that new Harpoon Tanto one. I've just been going crazy every time I see that. I'm like, dude, that Harpoon Tanto, it literally is like a harpoon. It has like this swedge up here, but it's much more pronounced, and it's a Tanto that's like really aggressive. So it looks really, really sick. Yeah. But yeah, this is as I was saying, this is the working finish. It's kind of like that matte. It's a stonewash, and then they bead blast it. So it's got that scratched up, you know, almost apocalyptic finish, which I really kind of like Microtech does. And then I kind of coupled it up with this really, really cool stonewash just to kind of make it look a little different. I've never really seen a whole lot of the super high reflective stonewash that they do with the matte ones. They're kind of releasing stuff like that now, where they'll have even I saw one XM18 that had a working finish blade and then the stonewash handles, which look pretty sick. But they're starting to like mix it up now, which is pretty cool. But at the time, I didn't see any of those, so I customized this one. Real quick, these are both tri-ways, so these are going to be the latest generation of the Eclipses. Pretty cool. So yeah, I love the Eclipse, man. I think if you're gonna really go in the lineup of Hinderer, if you're really gonna get a Hinderer, this is probably gonna be one of the better ones to get. And what I'm saying is, not saying that the XM18 is not like a great knife to get from the Hinderer lineup. I'm just saying is that the reason I'm saying that is because the Eclipse is often overlooked, and I think it kind of will suit people a little better who obviously don't want to choil, and it's going to suit better for those people who can't get their hands on an XM18. This is going to be just good or even better than that. The action is so crisp. You have like the detent that it does. Listen to this. You see how crisp that detent was? Watch. Yeah. And then it's just, the action is just ridiculous on these. I think they're even better than the XM18. The action on these Eclipses. A really, really crisp detent. And the way it snaps, like when you open it, just awesome. And I don't have any lock stick or anything on these guys, so they're flawless. But yeah, what I was saying was, the reason I think this could be a better option than the XM18 is because it's usually a little bit more available. Sometimes it's a little bit more available, but especially the accessories. If you go on all sorts of different retailers and you look up like 3.5 inch, the Eclipse, you know, this version of the accessories and stuff, like the scales, the hardware, the clips, there's a lot. Like if you go on, I think GP Knives has some. DLT Trading, they don't have a whole lot because that's like, you know, the hot spot for the Hinderer stuff a lot of the time. Southern Edges has some. Monkey Edge has some. I mean, like there's still even some titanium scales. Like you can still get like the titanium scales on some of those websites. Smooth, and a few of them textured. Those are pretty popular. But they always have a lot of the Eclipses. Like even right now, I know that Rick Hinderer, the website, the rickhindererknives.com has the Harpoon Tantos in stock. They're all the Stonewash in Battle Bronze. And if you guys don't know what Battle Bronze is, it's this finish right here. This cool it's the bronze version of the working finish. So it's kind of that matte, scratched up bronze finish. But yeah, so like that's pretty sick, man. Like you can actually, like, even right now, even though there's not a crazy amounts of drops even though there's not crazy amounts of drops happening right now, they are still available. And that's what I'm saying is like you can still customize. Like you can right now, you can get a full titanium harpoon Tanto Eclipse right now. Like you can get like the battle blue or the battle bronze, and they have scales like all those different retailers I was talking about. I think yeah, just check that out, man. I know even on the website, the Hinderer website, they have the horse head. If you guys don't know the horse head, like I was showing you on this, they have a micarta version of that for the Eclipses. So I'm like, dude, that's awesome. And they also have the different hardware where you can get like the copper hardware for all of it, and the backspacers and all the filler tabs and clips and stuff. So I'm like, dude, like when people say, oh, I want a full Hinderer, I want a full titanium, dude, go on the website. Like the Eclipse is like overlooked so much to the point where like, dude, if you're gonna really want a full titanium Eclipse, there you go. It's literally everywhere. So don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's a very, very good knife. And honestly, I just like this is like obviously because I have two of them. This is a knife that I would get multiple versions of because Hinderer does such a crazy amount of blade shapes, finishes, and like the different like stuff you can get for this stuff. Oh my gosh, you can literally make it your own, and that's what's so cool about it. Even just having a cool simple one like this. I know, guys, the stonewash titanium, like the flat ones like this, not flat but super shiny. But you know what I'm trying to say. The basic ones like this, they are like the most popular, so you're gonna have a little bit tougher time with that. But still, you could still get these cool accessories for them. You know, if obviously if you have the budget left over and you have everything's like working out in place, where you're like, I want to get one, I don't know, check the retailers. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, overlook knife, super super cool. I think it cuts pretty well too. I put a pretty cool edge on this one. I actually widened the secondary bevel on this one. As you can see, is like this one's a little thinner right here, and this one's wider. I widened it out, and also kind of like polished it. I did a whole bunch of ceramic work on it, and I polished it, so it looks really really good. I used the Work Sharp professional precision adjust sharpener. Sorry, that didn't work out. That was the most best descriptive thing I could have said. But you know, the one that has the cool has like the system where it shows you the angles. It has the like the thing they go on. It has the, man, that was not English, but you know what I'm trying to say. The really cool one. You can get that on River's Edge Cutlery, Blade HQ. They still have them. But yeah, that one did a really cool job. I was able to customize that edge a little bit. But anyway, these knives do cut. You can sharpen it pretty well. And the heat treat they do on the steel is awesome. This sharpened up like hair popping sharp, you know, pretty well. The S45VN did a good job. The 20CV also will do a good job. You just throw that with a little bit of ceramic. You have a ceramic rod, just, you know, get your angles right, and then just kind of swipe it back and forth, you know, carefully. You're going to get a pretty good edge on that. And I know just in Hinderer in general, even on their Magna Cut, even though people are like, oh, you know, I don't know if the heat treat, the Rockwell hardness is good enough, because I think they do, what was it on? It was 59 to 60 on this one. So that's pretty low for Magna Cut. Don't quote me on that. It might be 60 to 60. No, it is 59 to 60. It is pretty low for Magna, but they had toughness in mind. But I was kind of worried. I'm like, oh, crap. Like, is that going to be one that's going to be, like, you know, not super favorable to the Magna Cut, you know, composition? No, because I just barely put this on the ceramic rod, and it became stupid sharp. So I'm like, okay, obviously the heat treat's done right. You know, it's not just some crap heat treat. They actually really thought it through. And maybe it's not, you know, it's not where you have like brown knives like the FSD. If you guys know that custom knife, heat treat's ridiculous on that. Or you have Medford. Medford does a really good job heat treat. Like they're doing just as good of a job. You know, it may not be that high of a Rockwell harness, but it's a Rockwell harness that's going to be favorable towards the designs, like the Jurassic, which is a hard use knife. By the way, I'll do another video on that. Yeah, guys, check out the Eclipse. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just telling you, like, I love this knife, and that's why I'm making the video about it, because this knife is worth checking out, especially if you're a collector, if you're even user. These knives are absolutely made to be used. I think the frame lock is something you should not overlook either. I over the time, I was like, man, I don't know if a frame lock's the best, you know, all this. Hinderer does a good job with the frame locks. What you'll get is really not a whole lot of percentage of the lock bar hitting the tang. At first, it'll be really early lockup, which is good, which is healthy for the knife. And then you're going to get a tiny bit, a little amount of time where we're going to get some lock stick, and that's going to go away, and then it's going to stay in one spot. I can say that, and I can testify of that with all the other Hinderer knives that I have. They all do the exact same thing. And then they get perfect action. Like this XM24. Same exact thing happened. This is actually my first Hinderer. Same exact thing happened. Look at it now. Just, oh, yeah. So, you could trust it. And the warranty's pretty good too. So guys, check the Eclipse. Don't overlook it. It's worth it. You know, honestly, I'm looking at the Harpoon Tanto one. I'm tempted by it because it looks epic. I've been on like a Tanto craze right now. I don't know why. But the Harpoon one just makes it look crazy. But yeah, check it out, guys. I love Hinderer. I'll do more on Hinderer. They're so good. They're excellent company to buy from. They're worth it. Honestly, they're worth it. And considering the different companies that there are, they're priced pretty well. You know, I know that's a lot, but if you look at the competition, they're doing pretty good. They may not be as good, as competitive in price to Les George. Les George has the best pricing in that high territory. And it's also some of the best fit. Les George is a whole nother thing, though, because that's a whole nother video, whole nother topic. I'm not going to open that can of worms. But check out the Eclipse, guys. I love it. I hope you found this video mildly, fun to watch. I hope you found it, pretty, maybe I made you laugh a little bit. Hopefully I did. Anyway, so make sure you guys, I really appreciate any likes or subscribes you give the channel. I do put work into these videos, and I love doing them. Honestly, I just enjoy talking about this stuff that I like. Make sure to also check the description. I have a few links that you can actually look at that are actually just knife resellers that I shop at. There's no strings attached. It's literally I just copied and pasted the links that I go and shop at. I also have a handful of the things where you can actually get like a promotional code, so you can actually use the promotional codes for a discount on it. The website that's there, whatever I put down there. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching it. You guys are really great. I love hearing you guys' feedback. I actually really like talking down in the comments. I like kind of making like discussions and stuff. I actually enjoy doing that. That's not like some weird YouTube plug. But yeah, make sure to leave a comment down there. I love to hear guys' your perspectives and all. I just have like the knife community, it really grows down there. But yeah, thanks guys. If you dislike the video, go ahead and dislike it. Doesn't matter. It's cool. I just appreciate the feedback. Thank you guys so much. Keep tuning in. I'm gonna post more videos like this, different knives that I really like. I'm gonna talk about that. This video was pretty long, so I appreciate all you guys who were epic to watch this all the way through. Just me rambling on over and over again. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, so much. God bless you.